Story. Sense of superiority and sense of inferiority. Two young men lived in an old neighborhood of the city. Both were almost the same age. Both belonged to an ordinary family. Both studied in the same school, but their personalities were completely different from each other. This difference was due to two major psychological attitudes hidden in their minds. One had a sense of superiority in his heart, and the other had a sense of inferiority in his heart. The first young man, whom everyone knew to always consider others inferior, tried to put down his friends in class, asserted his superiority to everyone on the playground, and even talked in the street as if everyone else was subordinate to him. His words often stung, but he convinced himself that he was the best. This attitude was building a wall inside him. According to psychology, when a person repeatedly asserts his superiority, his real purpose is to hide his inner weakness. The truth was that he was very weak and insecure inside, but he felt that by intimidating others, people would never know his weakness. The other young man was the exact opposite. He was always hesitant, thought 10 times before speaking, avoided appearing in front of others, and if he ever spoke to anyone, he would present his opinion in a weak manner. He felt that he was not capable of anything. When he saw others succeed, he thought that perhaps he could never reach that point. This attitude is called inferiority complex. And psychology tells us that such people often do not use their talents, although they have a lot of hidden talent. Time passed. The superior young man gradually lost his friends. People did not like to come to him because he looked down on others and praised himself in every gathering. At first, people tolerated him, but later everyone started to distance themselves from him. The more alone he was, the more he tried to prove his superiority, and it became a vicious cycle. On the other hand, the young man with inferiority complex was also in trouble. He would miss opportunities because he did not believe in his abilities. He would prepare for exams but would not convince himself that he could succeed, so the results would always be mediocre. He was also good at sports but was afraid to go out on the field because he thought everyone would laugh at him. This attitude was the biggest obstacle to his development. One day, the two met at a workshop whose topic was personality building and positive thinking. There, a psychologist explained in very simple language that there are two dangerous attitudes within a person. One is to consider others inferior and consider himself the highest, and the other is to consider himself so weak that he wastes life's opportunities. The expert said that real success comes when a person recognizes his flaws and strengths with reality, and does not consider himself the greatest or the smallest. This touched the hearts of both young people. The superior thought that maybe that's why all his friends were away, because he thought less of others. He gradually started to change his attitude. He learned that it is important to listen to others, to praise not only himself but also others. The more he learned humility, the more people started to come closer to him again. On the other hand, the inferior decided that now he would leave his hesitation behind. He started taking small steps. First he asked a small question in class, then he participated in a competition, then he became part of the team on the playground. At first his hands were shaking, but as he gained experience, his confidence grew. In psychology, this is called self-confidence building. Gradually, he also started achieving better results in his life. As time passed, both young people learned an important lesson. After breaking the shell of superiority, a person realizes that the real strength is not in looking down on others, but in moving forward together with everyone. And after the veil of inferiority is removed, a person realizes that anything is possible if he believes in himself. This story is not just about these two young men but about all of us. Sometimes we try to intimidate others to hide our weaknesses, and sometimes we don't use our abilities because fear and hesitation hold us back. But if we understand psychology and correct our behaviors, life can change. Loudspeaker, if you like this story, then in the end I would like to say that to listen to more such stories, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like it and share it with your friends so that more people can understand these psychological realities and bring positive changes in their lives.